Hello and welcome back to Back to the Basics with me, your host, iGlue. So today, what we're going to go ahead and do is some Kentucky Fried copyright infringement. Yeah, you heard me. No, I'm just buzzing. But we actually did go ahead and build up a chicken cooker, my goodness, I couldn't say that, chicken cooker back here. Except I made it into a manual design. This design is actually, where I saw it was actually on Avomance's channel, so I don't want to go ahead and just do the redstone tutorial that he does. I think he does a great job of it. So the design, it just kind of all laid out here is a comparator leading out of a hopper, leading into a dispenser, that whenever these, I don't know if you could see it, these chickens go ahead and lay their eggs, they get detected and then automatically dispensed out to a killing pad right here that is so small that they can't actually get out even when they're babies. And that leads into this hopper down here, which leads into the barrel, which means we got a food source. Finally, I told you, escalating, escalators. We're escalating the escalators all the way to the tippity top. So, what happened to the sheeps? That's a great question. You might ask that. I prepared an answer. I prepared many answers. Are you ready for one even? Boom. Back of my head. Front of my head. Sheep pen. So, I went and I made this little sheep pen. I mean, pens are kind of... I don't want to make them just out of wood fences because then they get a little boring and it's just like, hey, there's the fence that's supposed to be a fence. Like, it's Minecraft. It's about using the imagination. So I made it out of rocks, which was originally a pain because all of these guys had to there were more at one time, and now there's not. So, as you can tell, they were a little bit of fun. They were not fun at all. I had to kill a few. So, it's more food for me for the time being. But I went ahead and I made these composters and I filled them up to the top so it kind of looks like they have some like food or like, grain in here for them to eat. They have a water bucket that I could make magically float as well. And then a custom tree, and that's what I actually want to go and spend most of the episode on today is landscaping our area outside of the cave and making it look a little bit more like home, adding some of these custom trees, and then going ahead and doing a few designs on the inside. But I kind of want to spend today kind of talking through the build process, because the last few episodes I've kind of been going and just building and then kind of just catching you up at the end. So I'm going to try something new today. Excuse me. Disgusting. I'm going to try something new today, which is kind of talking through the build process as we do it. So we'll see how that goes. See if you guys like it. If you do, let me know. And if you don't, well, let me know. But let's go ahead and first start out by making our KFC banner. This is our first food stop. What I'm going to do is make it out of blue, which I got from the lapis. We'll go boop, boop, and boop. And that's kind of like our K. Now let's make it F. I think this one's a little trickier to make. Oh, yeah, super easy, never mind. And let's do C. Oh no. We are out of blue dye. I'm eventually going to regret using lapis as my blue dye, but not right now. Boom. And I know this is not the official colors, but I have to set up KFC properly. I wonder if I can make this a little bit darker on the edge so I can make it pop a little bit more. Okay, I'm just gonna use cornflowers now because now I feel guilty for using all my lapis. Alright, so let's do this, and Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Our first food store. Now I need to go through and actually make sure that this place is decorated to the K Colonel's standards, you know, wink wink, wink wink, Colonel, K, popcorn, Colonel, chicken. Alright, I'm being a goof. I'm gonna go ahead and get that going. Welcome to Kentucky Fried Copyright. How can I help you out today? Hi, my name's Cyclu. Thank you for coming. Alright, I am done goofing around. I remember when I used to work in fast food. That was the worst. Anyways, so Kentucky Fried Copyright infringement is done. It took a few resources, and along the way I actually went ahead and found, well, this is just glorious. Let's just take in Kentucky Fried Copyright, our very out of touch fast food restaurant inside of our base. I went ahead and I got some squid heads today. I don't know if you saw that during the dance party, but I did. I'm stuck on Kentucky Fried Copyright. Okay. Where did I put it? Oh, right there. So this is part of the More Mob Heads data pack. I think it's pretty awesome. You get to turn the mob heads into monuments, and also you can wear them. So you can look really sad about today. I'm just gonna go back to my natural habitat and go swim with my friends. Hi brothers. Hi. No, we're not gonna do that. But I did go ahead and I wanted to show you guys kind of that hidden lighting feature I was talking about. It's better to see it out here, but look at that. 0 torches in the entire place, and this is all not going to spawn mobs, and that is because of these right here. What's inside of there is actually just a jack-o'-lantern, but if you put a half slab or a path block, it allows the light to get out. So you can put them in here, I think one's here, and you can't see them, so it's totally seamless lighting without any obtrusive features. So it's kind of what I did inside the base. I don't know if anyone's caught it yet, but there's a few areas, especially right here, that without that light, that light source are very dark. And there's one back here, and I think, I know there's at least, oh yeah, right, oh my gosh, so rude, right there. So that makes the whole place, and right there, makes the whole place brighter without having, you know, ridiculous without I'm gonna die to a thorn bush without having ridiculous torch spam all over the base. So I think it looks a lot nicer. Definitely a tip for your, you know, world when you're going ahead and making it more, you know, less torch spam, more building oriented. And I am out of food, so I'm gonna go ahead and get Kentucky Fried Copyright into full effect, and we'll get doing. We're going to get doing. Alright friends, so we're going to go ahead and do something a little different today. What we're going to go ahead and do is reshape this mountain. Now, when we're talking about raw resources, this is something you kind of want to do with diamond tools, because with the iron tools I ran through about 3 shovels and 1 pickaxe just taking this little mountain down. And we can say it's a very little mountain, it's not an actual mountain. But with this, you gotta kind of envision what the mountain will look like when it is done. So when we're going ahead and building this out, you gotta kind of look at, as you're taking it down, what are you gonna put there? What are you gonna go ahead and put in place of that? So you can see as I'm going through and carving things out, I actually leave specific divots. Now when you're going ahead and making these divots down, you've got to remember that Minecraft, unless it's unnaturally generated, always has 1 block down and then 1 block to the diagonal. So as you can see when I'm making these paths, there's always kind of like a thickness to the drops. And the only time that there's not a thickness is when it's something that I'm specifically putting in for like an erosion path. Like right here, we're actually going ahead and building a kind of creek down that erodes and puts some sediment in there. So we have to take down this entire mountain. We have to remove the stone because stone just doesn't look natural at the bottom of a river. You know, usually rivers are kind of like dirty, mucky looking water at the basin. But at the top, you know, you have like the clear waters, you have some like sediment and sand buildup, but very minor. Like Minecraft actually overdoes it when it comes to the amount of sand that's in a riverbed, like the one to the left of this camera. So what we're going to go ahead and do is when we're making this sediment buildup, we take out all the stone. You have to think, what is actually at the bottom of a river? You have gravel, you have like a little bit of a cobble buildup, you have dirt, obviously. So you gotta kind of do that. But with that cobble that you're putting in there, it can't just be regular cobble. It has to be mossy cobble. When I go ahead and build this the first time, I actually put just cobblestone in there. And then in the next cut, I actually go and take out all the cobble and I put in mossy cobblestone. Because you have to think, there's algae buildup, there's these things, you have to kind of put that little bit of extra thought into that build when you're landscaping. Because if you don't, it'll never look right to you, to anyone you show it to. It's kind of just like off. Like over here to the right, towards the bottom of that like sediment dip, there's a straight line. And we actually go ahead and edit that so that it's actually a drop off into the river. So you can see that we're going ahead and editing this hill down, because when you're thinking about the stairs up, you also have to think about, we're using cobblestone slabs, we're not going to use regular stairs because we're using these angles, so you got to kind of edit that. And then we're going to go ahead and make sure that the grass that's in there is all a nice foliage. So let's go and watch this for a second. You can kind of see, this is what I'm talking about, removing that cobble in there and putting some rocks, stones, things like that. But I'm going to go and let the rest of this play out, and we can go and watch the final bits of the kind of landscaping process. But hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did like the little time-lapse chats, I'd love to do more of them. But go ahead and finish this up now and listen to some music.
From the top, let's go!
I want to go and pop back in here because the path building is also incredibly important. You have to build boulders. Like, you have to put these extra shapes in there, because when you're walking along a path, unless it's a well-defined path in a city, you're going to see boulders. If you're going on a path in the forest, you're going to see boulders. You have to add that foliage, this flowers. You have to add these bushes. You have to add these things. These are minor details that take a few seconds to build, but they will make a massive difference. Look at how massive the difference is from the start of this to the end of this. Now, one extra thing that I do want to advise you is too tall grass. Please go ahead and avoid that in as many areas as you can. Too tall grass is obtrusive. It is like rain. It'll ruin the actual appeal of the build. So we're gonna go and let this finish out. I put in some random trees, and then we'll look at it from the actual finished project. Alright friends, so kind of a weird episode today. We built a KFC. But you know, I think I want to leave it. I was thinking about tearing it down just because it's so out of place. But at the same time, aren't all kind of like fast food restaurants when you're like going through the middle of nowhere, you're like, wow, this is so nice, and it's like KFC. It's like, what? I don't know. That's just me, but let's go and look at the finalized path. I took down that large tree because I didn't like it, but this is, this is the path. I love the little posts. I love the foliage that we went ahead and put in here. Made this nice little path over to here, and it kind of wraps around, and we got a nice little bench and seating area, so we can just kind of like watch the squid swim in our river. Don't know how natural that is, but whatever. And then we have this path, these bushes, I mean everything. It just makes such a difference. These minor things that led to such a massive difference. I mean, I wish I could show an end and beginning cut, and we also have the bench up here, by the way, so we can sit down here and watch this. But this is, landscaping is key. I think landscaping is by far one of the most important things you can do in your Minecraft build. I don't have armor, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Yeah. Alright, so minor inconvenience there, but I did want to go and thank you for today. It was a whole lot of fun to go ahead and record. I had a blast making a Kentucky Fried copyright, and it was a blast. So just want to thank you guys for watching. If you did go and like the video, go and please leave a rating on it if you think it deserve one. And I'm gonna go ahead and get something ready. I do still have that challenge out there for next season. Please go ahead and remember, give me ideas. Let's get them going. Let's get ready. I'm getting ready. I'm getting hyped for next season. I'm thinking I'm gonna start this next season pretty early because I'm thinking about removing a restriction. Guess which restriction I want to remove? I'll give you a hint. It starts with D and ends with S. Ducks. No, diamonds. So, again, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. You are appreciated. If you ever need anything, and I'm talking about advice, anything, just want to talk, my email's down below. My Twitter's down below. Go ahead and send me a message. I'll try and reply. I have nothing to do most of the time, so just send me a message. Thank you for watching. My name is iGlue. I'll see you guys next time.